Yo, what it is, YouTube? It's your boy DC coming back with another bullseye of a video here today on the channel. I wanted to talk about a really dope plugin, which is going to be the Distressor, and why it's so versatile and such a gem for rap and hip hop music. The way it lets us get a bunch of different sounds and it makes things sound full, aggressive, soft, whatever it is. So let's get to the video right now. Don't forget to subscribe down below. And if you guys also want to get some of these presets that I've cooked up in this preset pack, you'll see the link down below. So let's get to it right now. I'm going to play the track that we actually have.
Why can't get your eyes up from me? Not all that good at hiding. Don't you have some business to be minding? You're distracted. Focus on sending your facts.
So it's a really dope song where it needed versatility because it's a female singer, almost like melodically type of, singing, rapping, but also it still needs to be aggressive because it's drill. So I was using the Distressor, and I cooked up a bunch of presets right here that if you guys want the preset pack, you can get it. So if you guys do get the preset pack, what you do is you go over here, then you go to import presets, and then you select the folder if it's in your downloads folder on your desktop, and then from there, boom, you have all the presets loaded. So the very first thing I actually want to look at is bass. Okay, so I was in a situation with this track where I had the bass, right? And the bass was a situation where it was like a sliding bass,
Why?
All right, so I actually had I had a little bit of sidechain, but let me just show you guys. So sometimes you might have like a sliding bass that's kind of like whipping all around and everything like that, and you kind of just want to really control it. So let's go over the controls of the Distressor. If you put it on 1-to-1, it turns it into a clipper. You have the 2-to-1, the 3-to-1, the 4-to-1, the 6-to-1. All of these are just different ratios that are kind of modeling like analog hardware. You feel me? So like with the opto, that's kind of modeling a LA2A, because I know on the LA2A the actual compression is a 3-to-1 ratio, but the limiter part of it is a 10-to-1 ratio. All right, and then you have the 20-to-1, which is like 1176, and then you have the nuke, which is kind of like modeling the all buttons in, right? So this is supposed to be modeling like the DBX 160 as well, because I know the DBX has like a gentle knee of like 2-to-1 and stuff like that. But just know it can do a bunch of different stuff. It's a Swiss Army knife, okay? It's versatile, okay? It's like LeBron James. It could play point guard, center, small forward, whatever the hell you need it to play, it can do it, all right? So then we have the detector, right? The detector is the internal sidechain. Do you want it to look at the back, the butt, or not? Okay, so if you don't want it to look at the low, the fat, and you put on the internal sidechain, it can compress cleaner. Then you have like kind of like this notch sidechain filter, which is good too because it makes it focus more on the mid-range. So if you kind of want to use it almost like a deharsher, then you have the link mode, where it just kind of gives more saturation, more distortion. Usually on the hardware, if you had like two distressors, you would plug it together, whoop-de-whoop, all that stuff. Then you have the audio, right? So this is like just, it engages like a high pass filter. Then you have the 2, which I believe adds like even order harmonics, and the 3 adds odd order harmonics, you know. So it's just 2 different flavors of distortion, okay? Then you have the controls. You get the ability to control the input and the output. This kind of reminds me of a Fairchild, and I know this is also modeling a Fairchild as well. Then you have the attack and the release. Okay, you guys know how to use it.
Why can't
I wanted to make the 808 a little bit more steady, so that's why I found myself in a situation using that. Okay, using the auto, the even order harmonics to thicken it up in that hard ratio of 4. Okay, cool. Now for the kick, I actually made a kick preset too, and this is actually just a clipper. You can use it on whatever the hell you want to use it, but it's called the thick vocal clipper. And pretty much I put it on 1-to-1, added a little bit more distortion, and parallel blent it.
Why can't get your eyes up from me?
So you usually, if you go over the 1%, it will give you a little bit more of like clipping, and then the red line. I think the red line is actually clipping because you're going over zero, but this is just like a little bit of distortion. Then I did like a parallel preset as well. No, I didn't even do a parallel preset. I'm capping. Okay, so after that, there's a really dope, situation where I was like, okay, I need to like, get my snare to kind of like, feel thicker. So I use the clipper preset. I use this a lot. You could even use this on your master fader.
Something. Why can't you get your eyes up off from me? Not all that good at hiding. Don't you have some business to be minding? You're distracted. Focus on sending your faxes. You don't get the memo. You're far too attentive. You're stripping me down.
So you're getting a little bit of that parallel clipping, and that parallel clipping is adding mid-range distortion that's kind of just making the drums hit harder. I also, on this mix, I actually, I was just using the distressor a lot, but then I needed like something to spice up my rap drums. This preset is probably going to be good too if you have like a 2-track beat and you just kind of want to just make it sound a little bit more hyped. The preset I made right here is called Liddy Drums, right? And I just pretty much everything is labeled pretty easily, 1 to 5, 3 to 5, it's all here. But the most important is like, what the hell was I thinking when I was using this shit? I was like, man, fuck it. I'm gonna just create like type of parallel compression that has a really, really fast attack, so it's really grabby. It's not duplicating transients, and it's just like kind of just like really like pumpy type of situation.
Something. Why can't you get your eyes up off from me? Not all that good at hiding. Don't you have some business to be minding? You're distracted. Focus on sending your faxes. You don't get the memo. You're far too attentive. You're stripping me down with a look in your head. I know it. You're tripping me out. You know damn well I'm not here for it. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you.
That's the beautiful thing about the distressor. You can work really fast on it and get like a really good sound really quickly just by taking advantage of the versatility of the VCA, because the VCA style topology, which is what this is really is modeling a bunch of other stuff, but it's really VCA compressor. Like, it just mid-range focused, right? And just having like this slow attack, not this quick attack, compressor, and it's like, just letting a lot of transients, just like, really be smashed and blend in and pump and breathe while adding distortion. It adds a lot of hype to drums and stuff like that. So that's what I think is really dope about the distressor. Now, one thing that people use the distressor a lot for is vocals. So most of the vocals, the presets that I made, they are for vocals, right? So there's like a half of them, I think: parallel vocal, smooth vocal, the vocal clipper, which is, you can use that on anything, vocal presence 1 and 2. So let's go over this, the smooth vocal, right? So usually with something like a distressor, you would use like, maybe the optical setting or one of the softer knees, like 2, 3, yeah, 2 and 3, or the 10, or pretty much a slow attack, to let a lot of the transients come through and get the vocal to really breathe but be controlled at the same time. I took advantage as well of the filter as well to clean things up a little bit, but I like how this makes it thicker by engaging the distortion too. So
Something. Why can't you get your eyes up off from me? Not all that good at hiding. Don't you have some business to be minding? You're distracted. Focus on sending your faxes. You don't get the memo. You're far too attentive. You're stripping me down with a look in your head. I know it. You're tripping me out. You know damn well I'm not here for it. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you, Mr. Krisher Gripper. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you.
So pretty much that smooth vocal taking advantage of the opto, because we know how LA2A works. The LA3A is usually like a pretty slow attack relatively, as well as a pretty kind of like slow release, and that just kind of really smoothens things and even things out. And sometimes you just, before you even start mixing, you got to look at the waveform and be like, all right, there's a little bit of discrepancies, like this sound to this sound, so I just kind of want to really even it out. There's some peakiness stuff going on, so that's why using something like that would be great in the beginning. And then, sometimes you need something to give you a little bit of presence towards the end of the chain. So using a little bit of some of that snappy style VCA, the 2, the 3, the DBX style that Tupac was very good with. We have two presets right here, one being vocal presence 1 and vocal presence 2. So let's look at those.
Why can't get your eyes up from me? Not all that good at hiding. Don't you have some business to be minding? You're distracted. Focus on sending your faxes. You don't get the memo. You're far too attentive. You're stripping me down with a look in your head. I know it. You're tripping me out. You know damn well I'm not here for it. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. Thank you, Mr. Crusher Ripper. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. Thank you, Mr. Crusher Ripper. Make you wanna win the lotto. Sipping on one from Bardo.
So I love that ratio of 6. Like all of these, the knee starts to change. And I just love how 6 sounds because it always gives like that really nice style of vocal presence that just really hits hard and cuts through to the track. Let's look at 2.
Why can't get your eyes up from me? Not all that good at hiding. Don't you have some business to be minding? You're distracted. Focus on sending your faxes. You don't get the memo. You fought.
All right, really good. Okay, so yeah, those are some of the presets for the lead vocal that we have, and like half of the stuff is there. But also you could use like the thick clipper preset to if you want to yeet Playboy Cardi, Ken Carson, you can do it with this clipping and have the ability to parallel blend it and stuff like that. Then we have like the vocal crush, which everybody knows the Distressor is famous for, like just paralleling on a vocal. But I have this 20-to-1 ratio right here with some distortion, just really like nice vocal dirt.
Why can't get your eyes up from me? Not all that good at hiding. Don't you have some business to be minding? You're distracted. Focus on sending your faxes. You don't get the memo. You're far too attentive. You're stripping me down with a look in your head. I know it. You're tripping me out. You know damn well I'm not here.
So it just gives it more solidity. Like you don't hear a jump in volume or anything. It just feels more solid. It feels more hard. It feels like a brick. All right, and then we have another one preset right here for the background vocals. This is a great way of using the Distressor too, putting it on the background vocal bus, hitting it with a pretty hard ratio and getting everything to glue together dynamically. So sometimes I use the distortion, sometimes I don't, but for the most part, I do like to use it because I just like how it makes everything sound thicker and fuller.
Why can't get your eyes up from me? Not all that good at hiding. No thank you. No thank you. Thank you, Mr. Crusher Ripper. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. Thank you, Mr. Crusher Ripper. Make you wanna win the lotto. Sipping on one from Bardo. Living in fantasy. Got a nature going too far, not denying it. Time after time you keep trying my patience. Breathe down my neck and I'm dying for distance, yeah. No thank you. No thank you.
So you hear how the background vocals, they always stay at the same volume, no matter how many, because you see how this mix is set up, right? There's background vocals that come in, come out, they stack, they don't stack. So sometimes, that stuff comes together and it blocks the lead vocal and stuff like that. So, that's not good. And that's why it's great to use something like a Distressor as kind of like that final stopgap to keep everything in check, okay? That, what did they used to call it in school? Those people who used to be in the hallway patrol. I just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of my YouTube family. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below. You want to go ahead and grab the preset pack, go ahead and do it. Either way, you can just, watch the video and see some different creative ways that I was using the Distressor on this mix. And I just want to say thanks a lot for being a great part of my YouTube family. Appreciate y'all now. Peace.